Shore is here to stay. That they too are a team ready to write some history of their own. The Pirates enter today 1-1 away from sweeping one of baseball's storied best, the Boston Red Sox. The crowds have been epic. Anticipation is high and the brooms are out. Game 3 with the Sox next on Root Sports. What an amazing weekend it has been here at PNC Park, and it continues today as the Buccos hope to break out the brooms against the BOS Sox in Game 3 of this 3-game interleague series. Hi again, everybody. Along with Bob Walk, I'm Tim Neverett. We're outside the Pirates clubhouse store just inside PNC Park. Fans shopping for a sweep. Everybody buying in today to the Buccos.
Well, they certainly are. It's just been a great weekend, continues to be. It's packed inside the store as we talk now out here. And one thing that has been really good for us this weekend has been Lyle Overbay. He got a couple of days off in a row, and he came back with a vengeance. He's been a big part of these last couple of wins here against the Red Sox. Hammering the ball, the 3-run home run last night, that was absolutely huge.
Overbay this series, 3 out of 7, 4 runs batted in. But with runners in scoring position, 2 out of 2, which has been very important. He silenced some of his critics already. Today on the mound, it's a big test for James McDonald.
Well, J-Mac has been a little inefficient this year, and really lately he's having a hard time getting the ball over the plate, getting a lot of strikes. He's going real deep in the counts. I'd like to see him today get established with his off-speed stuff early if he can.
Oh, J-Mac today facing the Boston Red Sox as everybody is getting set for the Pirates to break out the brooms against the BOS Sox. Your turn to root is next. It's the Pirates and the Red Sox next on Root Sports. To the game between the Boston Red Sox and your Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates looking for the 3-game sweep. They start 2 games over 500 today, 39 and 37, and 3 games out of first in the National League Central. A little while ago, Eric Fryer just added to the active roster yesterday, making his major league debut. And the first pitch of the ball game is high ball 1. Second Pirate this week to make his major league debut. Chase Darno the other in game 1 of this series. And a strike is called.
It's been that kind of a year. Take a look at Mac's numbers. Opponent batting average is not too bad at 280, not great. Needs to get that down. Same thing with the ERA, just a little bit on the high side.
Jacoby Ellsbury had a home run last night, his 9th. It was a solo shot off Jeff Karstens in the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch. 2-2. Talked about the walks being an issue. 42 walks to 62 strikeouts for James McDonald. How does he cut down on those?
Well, when we go to the inside the pitch, we're going to talk about that exact number you just mentioned. And
on drive to center field, and McCutcheon's got it for out number 1.
Let's take a look at the Hyundai inside the pitch. And there's those strikeout numbers compared to last year. You can see not only are the walks up, the strikeouts are down. And what it's really leading to is a lot more pitches. He's not going deep into ball games like we saw him do last year. He hasn't pitched 7 innings yet this season. He's only gone 6 2/3 twice. And one of those was second start of the season. Now, as to why that is, that could be a lot of different things. One scenario could be that he's just not getting the off-speed stuff over the plate often enough. And so the hitters are becoming much more picky. You don't see the chases at high fastballs, or they're not chasing the curveball in the dirt because they're not really worried about off-speed stuff. They're just sitting on fastball. Or it could be something mechanical. I mean, that's usually the first place you look when you see that a pitcher isn't throwing the strikes he did earlier.
Dustin Pedroia with a base hit. He's now got an 11-game hitting streak. The rest of the Red Sox lineup: Adrian Gonzalez sitting in the 3rd spot, Kevin Youkilis, then J.D. Drew in right field. Saltalamacchia back behind the plate for the 2nd straight game. And Josh Reddick starting in left field. Marco Scutaro, the shortstop, and Andrew Miller is the pitcher, batting 9th. 1 on, 1 out for Boston, and here is Gonzalez. He's the majors in just about everything in terms of offense. 71 runs batted in already. And there goes Pedroia. He had a huge jump. Fryer throw down, and that hits Pedroia. He's got his 16th stolen base. Strike was called on Gonzalez.
That happened in yesterday's ball game, and the ball got away a little bit further. Pedroia was able to go into third base. The ball's tailing a little bit, and Cedeno's trying to catch the ball behind the runner, just as he did last night, and the leg gets in the way. If he's catching that ball just a little bit on the front side, he can actually use the force of the baseball hitting the glove to help him make a quick sweep tag. But I think he's maybe trying to catch that ball a little too deep, and the runner twice now in 2 nights has got in between his glove and the baseball before he could get to it.
Well, 1 to Gonzalez is high. Our Barrel Automotive League leaders stat: Adrian Gonzalez, or Agon as they call him in Boston, 358 average, 1st in the majors. RBIs 1st, extra base hits 1st, multi-hit games 1st, slugging percentage 2nd. These are his American League ranks, but he does lead baseball with a batting average of 358.
Not really surprising. He's doing so well. He was a tremendous offensive force in probably the best pitcher's ballpark in baseball in San Diego for a number of years. Now he's in a pretty good place to hit, and he's cashing in.
1-2 the count to Gonzalez.
Cashing in on a good contract and cashing in on being in a hitter's ballpark with some great numbers this year.
Gonzalez was struck out by Joel Hanrahan for the final out of last night's game, a 6-4 win by the Pirates. Dave Magadan, the hitting coach for Boston, got a nice pupil to work with in Gonzalez. 2-2. Two big signings in the offseason for Boston, Gonzalez and Crawford. Crawford still on the disabled list with a hamstring issue. 2-2. Taps that one foul. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. Red Sox have lost 4 straight, which is their longest losing streak since starting the season 0-6. They've got a losing record against National League teams at 5-6 right now. Padres took 2 of 3 at Fenway prior to Boston coming here, where they have also lost 2 of the first 3. Count full to Gonzalez. Terry Francona's team with the 3rd best road record in the American League at 22-16. The Rays have the best, followed by the Yankees. Yankees pulled into first place after they pulled off a win yesterday over the Colorado Rockies, and the Red Sox losing. So New York starts today a half game in front. Kevin Youkilis on deck.
He's had a little bit of a rough time at third base this series. A couple of pitches inside, most everything away.
McDonald's 3-2. Broken bat, slow roller. This is going to be a tough play for Walker. And a base hit for Gonzalez. With that shift on, Walker playing out in right field. He had a little chance of making that play. Now runners at the corners and 1 out.
You have Walker playing in the outfield, but you're really not committed to the shift because you have the shortstop still over on the shortstop side. So basically it's just having Walker play very deep. See where Cedeno is. Normally if you have a shift on, the shortstop is on that side, he's going to make that play. But because Cedeno's still back playing shortstop position, there's nobody to catch the slow roller.
Kevin Youkilis will take a strike. Youkilis has grounded into 9 double plays this year. Stretch by McDonald. And the 0-1. Yeah, that's strike 2.
There we go. That's what we need from J-Mac. Get ahead. Watch the strike zone presented by Range Resources. Shows that one right on the corner. Nice pitch. Be a nice strikeout to get.
And a looper right to Chase Darno.
That works just like the strikeout. Pedroia goes nowhere but back to third. This fastball jumping in to just aid him up right in on the label of the bat. That's why the ball just didn't go anywhere.
Darno in his 3rd big league game. What a way to make your debut. You come in front of 3 sold-out crowds. One of the best teams in baseball. And he's getting the chance to do it today. Eric Fryer. J.D. Drew, a swing and a miss. Drew, the right fielder, hitting .233, 4 homers, 18 runs batted in. One's high. There had been some talk prior to the series that Terry Francona wanted to put David Ortiz at first base, get him 4 or 5 at bats in a game, and move Adrian Gonzalez out to right field. But so far he has not done that. Red Sox facing 9 straight games on the road against National League teams. With 2 of them already done, the 3rd one here today. They'll go to Philadelphia and then Houston after that.
Well, this is the ballpark you would probably like to do that in. The right field, kind of an easy field to play. because you don't have much room behind you here at PNC Park.
2-2.
Good life on the fastball. And pretty much just went right after him. You see that ball was absolute center of the strike zone, and Drew couldn't foul it off.
Gonzalez takes off, and J.D. Drew gets punched out. James McDonald striking out J.D. Drew. And the Red Sox strand 2. No score after a half inning.
Sponsored by Barrel Automotive. Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. And by 5-Hour Energy. 5-Hour Energy fixes tired fast. One shot, back to work, problem solved. Let's go Bucks!
No Pirates looking on James McDonald, who pretty strong first inning despite giving up the 2 base hits. Got the strikeout of J.D. Drew, and now Jose Tabata will lead off, facing left-hander Andrew Miller. And Tabata lays a bunt down, looks pretty good. Euclid will throw, and it's away. So Tabata's aboard, and Jose Tabata has come up lame.
Not sure what happened. Whatever it was, I think it was right around the bag. Maybe he tried to do a little something to try and avoid any contact with Gonzalez, as Gonzalez was trying to make that play. Nope, didn't see anything there.
Maybe right after he crossed the bag. The last thing the Pirates need right now is another injury. So Tabata.
Nothing looks to it certainly doesn't look like it's something real serious, although he did lay there for a while. Perhaps he's just cramped up. He has had some problems in the past with both pulling hamstrings and cramping. That might have been what that was. Well, it looks like he's hurting now. It didn't look all that bad, did it, when he crossed the bag?
No, it seemed like right when he stepped over.
He started to limp a little bit. Now it looks like it's really hurting him. You saw the grimace on his face. Are they calling for the cart?
It looks like they are. Brad Henderson, the athletic trainer, was on the walkie-talkie. And now they're opening the gate down on the far side of the right field corner.
Yeah, they're going to bring the cart out.
So what didn't look to be all that bad apparently is worse than originally thought. So Jose Tabata, a bunt base hit, and he is down and will be taken off on a cart.
Another reason they might want to use the card is they don't have to get him down those stairs into the dugout.
Jose needing help getting up. Garrett Jones is going to come out and run for him. And you would assume that the move would be Jones would go to right field and Matt Diaz would move from right to left field. Well, this doesn't look too good for Jose here. Luis Silverio, the first base coach, there with him now. Clint Hurdle holding his helmet. Sandoval, one of the other Pirates trainers out there with Brad Henderson.
Well, when you saw him run through the bag, and then it wasn't like he went down in a big heap right away. He just kind of ran through it, and as he slowed down, he started to show a little bit of a limp. Like, where did he get hurt at? Even the look on his face is not like he's just slowing down. And then right about here, looked like he started walking right there. See how he hops? Like he's got a little limp. When that hop was the first thing that I saw that was even indication of a problem, but certainly is a problem.
So Jose Tabata helped onto the cart right now, and he will exit. We hope that everything turns out well for Jose. He looks like he is in some pain.
We'll take him out. There's a tunnel that runs underneath or behind the stands, and the clubhouse door is off that tunnel. I'll take him. Actually, won't take him to the clubhouse door. There's a door that leads right into the trainer's room. I'll take him to.
And Brad Henderson going with him.
They have X-ray equipment. They got everything they need right in there.
Never like to see this ever. But Jose get treated right away here. Laid down a nice bunt.
Here it is again. And it ran through the bag, and then right there he takes the little hop, and you start wondering what happened. It looked like he took his left hand and put it on his hip. Did you see that right there at the end before he laid down?
Yeah. Well, we'll wait and get a report a little later.
No use to speculate.
Here is Darno, and Chase Darno lifts this one to deep left field. Going back is Reddick. He'll make the catch right in front of the track. Jones has to retreat all the way to first, and he will make it ahead of the throw.
I mean, just about any other ballpark, that's going to be a problem for the Red Sox. Obviously, at Fenway, that's a big problem. But that big left field bailed him out on that one. Darno gave it a pretty good ride out to the track. Didn't get it real high in the air. That ball needed a little more height to carry the extra 15 feet or so. Hit that about 370.
Josh Reddick, when he made his read, realized that ball was going to carry well and had to step on it to get out there near the track to make the catch. Miller's throw to first. And Jones thinking that Darno perhaps had beaten the left fielder.
That's why it was so close getting back to first base. He had a long way to go. He had to run back to second, retouch the bag, and then make the turn and run the 90 feet to first base.
Andrew McCutcheon takes a strike. I'll give you the rest of the Pirates lineup in a moment once we get the defensive alignment confirmed here. Since the injury to Jose Tabata, Garrett Jones has come in to run for him. Miller's 0-1. Now it's 0-2 to McCutchen. 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score. Pirates facing 26-year-old Andrew Miller, former #1 pick by the Detroit Tigers in 2006, College Player of the Year out of the University of North Carolina. He has bounced up and down, though, in his time in the big leagues. He's been up and back. This is just his second start for Boston this year. Former battery mate of Michael McHenry, who's not behind the plate today. 0-2 to McCutchen. Neil Walker on deck. And Jones at first. And Kutch goes down on strikes. Today's starter pitched against the Padres on 5 2/3 innings in his debut. 5th lefty since 1919 to record 6 strikeouts or more in his Red Sox debut. In his 6th season, only 15-26. Guy that the Tigers had real high hopes for.
And with an ERA of almost 6.
Yeah. The Tigers sent him the next year in 2007 to the Marlins in a trade that involved Cameron Maybin. So Walker fouls this first pitch off.
Well, McHenry, you think, would have given the teammates down there in that dugout a pretty good scouting report on him. On a very recent look at him, catching him. Nobody knows a pitcher better than the guy behind the plate as far as giving you a scouting report.
1-1 now to Neal.
The Pirate hitter should be well prepared.
McHenry, yep, done a pretty good job. They're very pleased with the way that he has been calling games, the way he's been receiving the pitches. Defensively, they're very satisfied with him. 2-1 to Walker. And his bat's starting to come around a little bit lately, too.
Yeah, for a while there, he was scuffling down in the 100s, but he's brought that up, and batting average respectable now.
2 balls, 1 strike. Andrew Miller out of Gainesville, Florida. 6'7" and 210. And Walker to right field. J.D. Drew has it. No score after a full inning at PNC Park. Pirates and the Red Sox here in Game 3. Moved from right field over to left field, and Garrett Jones in right field now. So he came in to replace Jose Tabata. He'll stay in that #1 spot in the batting order. Tabata leaving on a cart after reaching on a bunt base hit, and then coming up lame afterward. So top of the second, no score. Jared Saltalamacchia, the catcher. .256 batting average for Boston. Splits time with the captain, Jason Varitek. 2 balls, no strikes. You like the captaincy, Bob, on the shirt like they have in hockey?
No.
He asked, knowing the answer already. No explanation needed, just no.
You knew the answer before you asked.
So, Bob, what do you think of the designated hitter? 3-0 pitch. It's outside. A 4-pitch walk.
If your position is designated hitter, you're not a baseball player. How's that?
All right. Well, Clint Hurdle, a man down now with Tabata out. Josh Reddick, left fielder. Pirates were planning on perhaps making some maneuvers this week with the roster, and one of them could have involved an outfielder.
Might have to happen earlier.
Alex Presley is the guy that has his name that continues to come up, and with Tabata, you know, we don't know his situation. It just happened, and if the Pirates would have to have Tabata out for a while, there was some thought that, and some speculation that Presley could come up for the Toronto series. There's some talk that Brad Lincoln will be added to the roster for a spot start in Washington as part of that doubleheader on the 2nd of July. 1-0 pitch to Reddick, looks for the bunt and misses outside, does McDonald. 6 straight balls to start the inning for J-Mac. He's got to change his recipe here. And got the strike that time.
That's the for me, what it's all about with him this year is the control issues. I think that has led to the elevated home run numbers. It's definitely led to the pitch counts getting up there rather quickly.
Evens it up.
His last 2 starts, he's gone 5 2/3 and 4 2/3, and thrown 109 and 104 pitches.
Nice to see him go 7 2/3 with that many pitches, maybe.
But
8 2/3.
That would be great. But I think that if he can get his off-speed stuff, or maybe just one of them, the curveball or the changeup, established to where the hitters really have to be concerned with that, I believe you get more swings of borderline pitches when the hitter is in that kind of situation.
The center field, right at McCutcheon. 1 out for Boston in the top of the 2nd.
When they get to where they can just look for fastballs, they become very selective then. They're not afraid of getting to in a 2-strike count. So in their minds, they can afford to take those borderline pitches. But you get them to where they fear being in a 2-strike count because they're fearing the strikeout. Now they get a little more aggressive. They want to swing the bat, get the ball put in play. You can get quicker outs, obviously, that way when they're not taking. And that will, of course, cut down on your walks and getting the ball put in play.
1-1 to Scutaro. He's 1 for 8 in the series. 0 for 4 last night. Boston has an off day in Philadelphia tomorrow for taking on the Phillies. First of a 3-game set on Tuesday. Little chopper to the left side. Cedeno will flip onto second base. Look, take the out there. Saltalamacchia forced out. Scutaro aboard on the fielder's choice. 2 down.
And not a double play ball. Just make sure of 1. Cedeno, he's over cheating toward the bag because it's a double play situation. So he had a ways to go. Still was able to come around that ball, get in front of it. Quick toss. Daniel playing an excellent shortstop this year.
And now with the pitcher Miller up, who was a career .059 hitter. 68 career plate appearances, or at bats I should say. Only 4 hits. A big long swing for a guy at 6'7". That's how to do it.
Get ready to put down a K. Couldn't hold on.
Whether the K will be frontwards or backwards remains to be seen, right? They got a backwards K in on J.D. Drew to end the first. And a swinging K. Frontwards K. Strikeout. So McDonald gets out of the top of the second. Still scoreless at PNC Park. Followed by Darno, then McCutchen, Walker. Diaz will lead off this inning here in the second. Then over base, Cedeno, Eric Fryer in his major league debut. Batting 8th, and James McDonald bats 9th. Day Automotive key matchups of the day, Bob.
Diaz has had some pretty good numbers there. Not a whole lot of at-bats, but enough to where you can definitely think he's going to have an excellent day. And Hanrahan already a couple of saves in this series. Hopefully he'll throw up number 3 this afternoon.
A new right fielder for Boston. J.D. Drew has been lifted from the game. Darnell McDonald has taken over. He is the cousin of James McDonald. And there is the captain, Gilligan, and the professor in the back.
Pirate ships come in all sizes.
1-0 to Matt Diaz.
Oh, it's summertime.
The Armada is building.
Yeah, look at the shoreline. They got them all stacked up there, tied up to the Riverwalk. Well, it'd be a great day to be out on the water.
Nice parking lot there along the Riverwalk, huh? Mm-hmm. You have to parallel park to get in one of those.
Got to have a satellite dish though, so you can watch the ball game out on the road.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt. That looks like Bob's canoe.
That's my boat.
1-2 pitch.
Motorhome that floats. That's what I'd like.
To shortstop, and Scudero's got it. 1 out. Out goes Scudero, throwing out Matt Diaz. We'll bring up Lyle Overbay. That's more like the boat.
You know what we should do? We should
It's a
kayak.
low maintenance boat.
We could. It's doable. We could kayak to Bradenton.
Really?
You know, there's water all the way.
Yeah,
Down the Ohio,
You're
down
right.
the Mississippi, and then just follow the shore, the coast all the way around. We're there. You got to watch out for pirates. Well, actually, when you get to Bradenton, you got to watch out for marauders.
Plenty of them there now. 1-0 pitch to Overbay. 1-1. He had a 3-run home run last night. I'd be glad to help you with that trip, Bob, but as soon as you get to the Intercoastal, call me. I'll come meet you.
But we would have to get, obviously,
Take you a month.
a couple of kayaks. They could just go together. Sleeping bags.
Dustin Pedroia throws out Overbay. 2 down.
When you get to the locks, will they let you go through, or do we have to portage around the locks with our kayaks?
Probably portage.
Portage, yes.
For those who don't know what that is, got to get up and walk.
And carry.
And carry. Ronnie Cedeno, 238, 20 runs banded in, 2 homers. 2 outs, nobody on. Andrew Miller delivers. Strike 1.
Ronnie's not kicking the leg anymore. That surprised me that he went away with that. When he started with the leg kick, his offensive numbers took a big jump.
And it was funny because at the time, Clint Hurdle and Greg Ritchie, batting coach, just said, hey, look, just lift your leg and try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. They were giving him a different type of philosophy. He went up there trying to hit the ball hard, and it worked out well for him, and then began scuffling a little bit, and now has gone back to the toe tap in front.
Opened up the book of stances and picked a different one.
Where do you suppose Euclid's stance is in that book of stances? Has it made it in there yet?
It's got a whole chapter. You know, I was talking about that last night. We'll see it here a little later when it comes up again. But you remember the guys that we've seen them a couple of times that travel around Major League ballparks, hit the softballs out of the ballparks?
Yeah.
Little pregame show
they
they
were
put
in
on.
New York when
yeah.
we were there.
Yeah.
Right.
His stance reminds me of those guys. They sit up there like that and just.
Yeah, the musclehead softball players.
Oh man, they hit the ball. The softballs. I don't know how soft they
could
are.
have played left tackle in the NFL when they just get up there and hit the ball out of the yard.
The balls might be a little harder than your normal softball you find at the park, but they hit them 500 feet. It's amazing to watch those guys. They'll put on a nice pregame show.
Yeah, not to mention just home runs, but upper deck shots in major league stadiums from home plate with a softball.
Yeah, but a lot of them have that stance where their feet are real close together. It's almost like they take a wind up before they swing.
There you go. You got a new souvenir. Cedeno, did he go? No. First base umpire Sam Holbrook says that Cedeno did not come around with a bat.
Breaking ball down and in. Watch the head of the bat. It was close, but I think they got it correct. I don't think the head of the bat went out in front of the plate very far.
Ronnie making Miller work here.
He has some of the longest at bats of anybody on the team. They'll do this so often. He's a foul ball machine.
This time he drops one into short center field in front of Ellsbury. And the Pirates have a man aboard with 2 out. And for the first time, Eric Fryer coming to bat in the big leagues.
Batting 8th, catcher number 69, Eric Fryer.
Very athletic catcher. We know. Good speed.
Started the year in Altoona in Double-A. Then
converted outfielder.
Yep. Double-A, Triple-A. This is the 3rd step for him this year. Can't get any higher than this step, so going to try to make the most of it here in his first big league at bat. Facing a guy he may have come across in AAA with Andrew Miller on the hill, 6'7" left-hander. Nothing in one to Fryer. Fryer came over to the Pirates in a deal 2 years ago while a prospect with the New York Yankees. When the Pirates sent Eric Hinsky over to New York, Fryer was part of the return. One ball and one strike. Out of Columbus, Ohio. So not a far drive for family and friends.
No. Up the road a little bit.
25 years old. Went to Reynoldsburg High School in Columbus, where he was all everything in baseball for 4 years. And he shoots one toward right field. Darnell McDonald will get underneath it. And that'll do it for the Bucks in the second. On to the third at PNC Park.
Sponsored by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
Fish on. Fish on. He's got a fly rod. Catching carp off the bottom. How about that? That'll make your day, catching a fish that size. That's right behind the ballpark on the Allegheny River.
Right out the back door. You know, see, we wouldn't even have to take our own food. We could just fish all the way down.
See, he's a fly fish. He had his forceps he took out of his pocket there to get the hook out without having to harm the fish at all.
At first we weren't sure about. We thought it could be a salmon. Ended up being a carp.
Ellsbury to right field, and Jones has it. You don't know the difference between a salmon and a carp?
Oh, very similar looking.
Other than their fish, yeah. They both have, you know, fins and a tail. They live underwater. Other than that, I think the similarities end.
They have gills.
Parrot, he doesn't know the difference. Pitch up high to Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia, a base hit in his first time up, extending his hitting streak from 10 to 11 games.
Don't have to throw it up very high for him.
One and one.
Throw it up above his head. Fryer didn't even have to come out of the crouch.
Pedroia taps it foul. Well, still waiting word on the injury to Jose Tabata. Happened in the bottom of the first inning when he reached in a bunt base hit, came across first base and came up lame, went down, had to be helped off on a cart. Jones went into the game in right field. Diaz moved from right to left. 1-2 pitch. Inside 2-2.
Definitely trying to crowd him with a couple, which is good. Keep that ball on his hands. Last night he shot one the other way, all the way the fence there. I think down by the trip sign. He can go the other way with some authority if you pitch him out there consistently.
He's got very good bat speed.
Yeah, he
For
might
a guy
not,
his size, he can hit the ball well.
For not being very big, he's got some pop.
3-2. Diving stop by Darno. Oh, what a play by the Pirate third baseman. Just his third big league game, he makes a highlight reel play.
Well, he's a very good defensive shortstop, so you know he's going to be able to excel at playing third. And the way Cedeno has been playing shortstop this year, you got two guys over there right now that can pick it.
Gonzalez drops one into left center field for a base hit. Adrian Gonzalez 2 for 2. Another multi-hit game for Gonzalez. AGH injury update, just got word now. He'll have additional testing tomorrow, and that the injury is to his left quad. And the injury then has been keeping Pedro Alvarez out, a right quad, so we hope it's not as bothersome as that. There's a base hit by Youkilis. If you were not tuned in the bottom of the first, here's what happened with Jose Tabata. Laid down a nice bunt. First pitch that Andrew Miller threw. There he's okay, and then all of a sudden, Luis Silverio, first base coach over there. You saw Jose pointing to the left quad, and Clint Hurdle sending him off. Hope that he is all right. Diaz out from right field to left field, and Jones into right field. Jones takes Tabata's spot on the batting order. Here is Darnell McDonald for the first time ever facing his cousin, James McDonald. They played in a game against one another before when J-Mac was with the Dodgers. And I guess you'd call him D-Mac. Was with the Cincinnati Reds. And Darnell was on deck. But McDonald got the final out. Never got a chance to face him. Well, first time these two family members are squaring off at the big league level.
53 and 54. I'm lined up. Which one's going to get the bragging rights? J-Mac or D-Mac?
2 on, 2 out for Boston. No score. 1-1. And now it's 1-2. Darnell McDonald started game 1 of this series on Friday night in left field. Got the pinch hit in last night's game and grounded out.
Tough year with the bat. Just 5 base hits, 42 at bats.
Lines this one hard and very well fouled.
Hung this breaking ball. Check out the strike zone presented by Range Resources. You see it just stayed right there up and in. Didn't ever break much.
One ball, 2 strike pitch. Got him swinging. Big strikeout to end the third with Boston threatening. So James strikes out his cousin Darnell. weekend. That's a pretty good one early on. No runs. We go to the bottom of the third inning with Lacey Collins and Bob Walk. I'm Tim Neverett. You're enjoying your Sunday afternoon, and we're happy you're sharing it with us, watching the Pirates and the Red Sox. James McDonald will lead off, then back to the top of the order. Garrett Jones and Chase Darno face 6'7" left-hander Andrew Miller. Strike one to J-Mac. He's got 3 hits this year and 27 at bats, a 111 average.
I'm looking forward to the attendance numbers today. This has been a pretty special weekend. Biggest crowd ever in the history of the park last night. What will it be today?
For the first 2 games, the Pirates drew more than 78,000. Almost 79,000. The largest crowd to ever see a baseball game in this ballpark was here last night. 39,483. Beat the previous record by 41 people. That was a couple of Saturdays ago against the Phillies. 2-1. Now it's 3-1. Only Bruce Springsteen and Jimmy Buffett got more people in PNC Park than the Pirates and Red Sox. 3-2. The Pirates should go well over 100,000 today just for the weekend. James McDonald out of Long Beach, California. And his cousin Darnell McDonald in right field. Born in Fort Collins, Colorado. Now lives in Phoenix. 3-2. Fought off foul. McDonald is in right field, by the way. J.D. Drew suffered an eye contusion to his left eye during batting practice. So Terry Francona lifting him after his first at bat when he struck out looking. And striking out swinging is James McDonald. Fans celebrate the 4th of July here at PNC Park when the Pirates take on the Astros in a 1:35 matinee. All fans get a Chuck Tanner floppy cap presented by Trib Total Media. The reversible cap features a number 7 star patch honoring Chuck. For your tickets, visit Pirates.com. When you flip it inside out, it's tan with the black P on it with number 7 star. Similar to that. Yeah, that's the tan color. If you flip that Chuck Tanner reversible inside out.
But they don't have the P and star. You gotta have that.
Yeah, but it is on both sides of the one that you'll get when you come to the park.
Chuck very seldom came to the ballpark without one of those.
0-1 pitch. Jones now behind 0-2. It's no secret Garrett has struggled against left-handed pitching. He is 2 for 26 against lefties. That other hat, that wasn't a floppy. Not a floppy. And strike 3 is called on Jones. Home plate umpire Greg Gibson said he went around. 2 strikeouts in the inning now for Miller. And that's also not a floppy. What kind of hat is that?
Baseball fans hat.
That's the hat that a seam head should wear. And the other guy with the Elmer Fudd Pirates cap. See that?
Yeah. Getting ready for fall turkey.
It's hunting rabbit. Eight of 11 first pitch strikes for Andrew Miller. Chase Darno fly deep to left his first time up.
Pretty good changeup by Miller out there. Going to chase it down away. Plus he was out in front.
Left field, not so deep this time. Reddick comes in, and he's upset. And Darno is safe at second base. My, oh my. Josh Reddick with fumbleitis.
Absolute routine ball, and what you love to see. as Darno at second base on this. Not only did he fumble it, he gave it a little kick. Darno making a turn like he had hit that ball well into the outfield. So he makes his turn, he looks up, and lo and behold, ball's rolling on the grass.
One thing Darno's accustomed to is running out fly balls. They have to do that in the Pirates minor league system. It is a prerequisite. I'm sure other ball clubs have their guys do it as well, but they are timed not only on ground ball outs, not only on base hits home to first, but they're also timed on fly ball outs. They're timed home to first. And so Chase running it out got himself an extra base out of it. And the Pirates with the go-ahead run in scoring position now. McCutchen an 0-1 count.
Came back in the minor leagues with the Phillies in the old days. When you weren't starting, you had a chart of something that you had to keep. The day before you pitch, it was the pitching chart, but there was always something you had to keep. One of it was that running chart you're talking about. All your guys had to be timed.
McCutchen behind 0-2.
You'd sit there all game with a stopwatch, and every at bat you had to have a time. And guys would come over and look at it, ask you to fudge for them a little bit.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, there was a little peer pressure there sometimes. It's like, oh, come on. You got me 6 seconds going to first base. I ran faster than that. And I'm like, well, okay, we'll change it. I'll give you a 5-2. I'm not giving you anything better than that.
1-2 now to McCutchen.
But there was the spray chart we had to keep of where everybody hit the ball. There was something. I always thought a lot of that was busy work.
Now, how about that hat?
Oh, that's nice.
Where do the batteries go?
I don't know. That's must have got that in Vegas, huh?
Looks like
Neon.
something you might see there. Yeah. Might be solar powered. That's a great find by our crew. I mean, that's finding a needle in a haystack, right? In this ballpark today.
Yeah, great crews find great things. This is certainly a great crew.
Seventh sellout of the year. The Pirates have matched the number of sellouts from all of last season. Two balls, two strikes to McCutchen.
City of Pittsburgh certainly has responded to the better play. And this is just, with a team at 500. So think about what the crowds will be like once we keep moving forward. Get some distance between that 500 mark on the upside.
As the Majestic floats by, gives the horn, and the crowd responds. There goes the runner to third base, and a ground ball to second. Gloved by Pedroia. He throws out McCutchen. No runs, no hits, one error, and one man left. Scoreless after 3.
on the mound. Earlier this weekend, he spent some time with the RBI organization and Pirate Charities working at the Homewood Stargell Field. Now, this was in collection working with 35 different teenagers, teaching them some baseball skills. However, it was also a chance for him to give back to a program that he used when he was growing up in Long Beach, California, that's got him to where he is today.
Yeah, the RBI program, reviving baseball in the inner cities. James doesn't forget. He doesn't have a short memory, that's for sure. And a program that he benefited by. And taking time and spending time with some kids here in the RBI program. And it's a program that all over the country that has done very good things. Saltalamacchia 1-1 count, and J-Mac delivers. That's up high.
A good group of players that the Pirates have down there, not only baseball wise on the field, but they like getting out in the community and interacting with the people in Western Pennsylvania and helping out with different charities. Very good at that.
And when James isn't helping in the community, you'll see him with a fishing rod in his hand in the Allegheny River.
Fishing for salmon.
No, we were waiting for our luggage one day, and it was going to be delayed, so we grabbed his rod and reel, went out back, started fishing. Pass to the gap in left center field, and Saltalamacchia will turn first, head to second base. The throw coming in from McCutchen offline, and a double for Saltalamacchia, the 12th of his season. The Red Sox have a man in scoring position with nobody out.
Now we're down toward the bottom of the lineup, so hopefully this leadoff double won't hurt. You could see there when you were looking at the strike zone that everything was away. Saltalamacchia took advantage of that and banged it into that away gap.
Josh Rennick 0 for 1. He lined to center field. Throw right on the back of the base runner Saltalamacchia. It arrived the same time he arrived at the base. He's safe.
Pretty good toss right there. You want to get an out. That throw's got to be down around the bag. AGH cam gives us a real good look at that. Just got that hand in.
Up in the air to center field. Should get a runner over. McCutchen settling behind it. And this throw is airmailed, and that is going into the seats, and that means a run. Well, that ball just took off like it had wings. McCutchen not only overthrowing the cutoff, but overthrowing third base. McDonald was backing up. I don't know if Darno realized how close McDonald was to it. McDonald probably would have had a better chance to catch it.
Darno volleyballed this one into the stands. It was not a very good throw, obviously, a rainbow in, but Darno just tipped it up in the air and went right in the stands. And James was there to make the catch, but so was Darno. Somebody's got to catch that ball.
Scudero pops this one up. Little Walker. 2 outs.
It was obviously a poor throw, but even though it was a very poor throw, Darno's got to catch that. They're bragging about his defensive prowess. That one he won't want to watch the replay of.
Andrew Miller struck out first time up. 1-1. So bad way to give up the run. The Red Sox have now scored first in each of these 3 games. They've lost the first 2.
So that's what we were waiting for. Wanted to keep that going. That, now our offense can get to work.
So you're saying the Pirates are just being polite hosts and letting the other team score first?
Well, they did the first 2 games. Resulted in wins for the Bucks. That's what they're doing here. They just give them 1 run. 1 run's not going to beat you.
Down on strikes for the second time goes Andrew Miller. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 big error. At the end of 3.5, Boston 1, Pirates nothing.
On Root Sports is sponsored by Toyota. Buy right the first time and save more. Visit your local Toyota dealer for details. And by AT&T. Let's go Bucks.
Today's trivia question brought to you by AT&T Mobility. It's to do with hitters. First designated hitter in Red Sox history. Who was it? Got to go back to the first year of the designated hitter, 1973.
Opening day, who would that be?
Walker batting right-handed against the lefty Miller. Takes ball 1.
I think who did they look at as a good offensive player but a liability on defense?
1-0. Or could it have been a player? I think a lot of teams, what they did, because they obviously knew the designated hitter was coming into play, they would sign a player, maybe a player who was getting along in his career, who was a good hitter.
Like they do nowadays.
Yeah. But for the first time.
Can't really play, but he can still swing the bat.
Right, but for the first time, there was open market for a designated hitter. And it must have been pretty interesting on the telephones of those general managers trying to figure out what to do.
The Players Association got the owners again, didn't they?
They did.
Created a whole new multi-million-dollar position that the owners would have to pay for.
Trying to think, we had some good young players coming up at the time, but Jim Rice, who went in the Hall of Fame, didn't debut till the next year in 1974. 2-2, hence Walker. So Neal will go down to first, and the Pirates have the tying run aboard with nobody out.
Lead off man aboard. We were just waiting for them to score first.
The Pirate fans who want to hear your questions about the game, text the keyword booth followed by your question and name to 412-412. We'll ask your question to Bob a little later in the game. Remember, message and data rates may apply.
Well, we could use some help on the trivia, that's for sure.
Trying to figure out who was on the roster in 73. Might have been a good candidate. Matt Diaz swing and a miss.
Yaz was coming to the end of his career, right?
Well, not quite then. He was getting closer. He was still playing left field in 75 when he went to the World Series against Cincinnati. 78, he started playing first base around that time. And then he was the designated hitter there very late in his career in the 80s. There goes Walker. Got a good jump, too. And Matt Diaz fouls it off.
Maybe playing a little hit and run. The right side of the infield certainly was wide open. Gonzalez came off the bag about a step, and the second baseman goes to cover, and look how wide open that side was.
And the way the Diaz goes to right field would have been a good opportunity. So the personnel for that hit and run very good for the Pirates, but turned into a foul ball instead. The 0-2.
Kind of wonder, why did they choose to cover the bag with the second baseman instead of the shortstop?
With a right-handed hitter up. Runner at first.
Your advanced scout should, or that report should have something about Diaz. He's about as good as we got at shooting the ball that side. Loves to hit the ball the other way.
See if they change it up. Saw Pedroia and Scudero give the international sign for "you got it, I got it." They hold their glove up in front of their face, and one will open their mouth and one will close their mouth. One who opens their mouth right there, Scudero. That means that Pedroia is going to cover the bag, saying "you got it." And what Pedroia would do in that situation is he would have his mouth closed. The opposite of open. Meaning me, I got it. Looks like they changed it up. Maybe with 2 strikes, expecting Diaz to shorten up. Two balls and 2 strikes to Diaz. Walker at first. Diaz today 0 for 1. He grounded out to Scudero at shortstop.
Walker had such a great jump on that hit and run. I wonder if they'd think about just letting him go on a steal attempt.
Now the count full.
Would have been tough on that one. Real quick slide step home by Miller.
Great seats all around this ballpark. Even if you are wearing red today. And Walker was heading to second base, but was able to slam it into reverse and get back to the bag.
And he's running on a full count to try and stay out of a double play. And when that happens, your job one is don't get picked off. Because you're not necessarily trying to steal the base. You're kind of like a run and hit would be, I think, the proper term for it. The hitter, if it's a strike, he's going to protect you. If it's a ball, of course, he's going to take it. It'd be ball 4.
Diaz digs back in. Walker off of first base. Payoff pitch coming from Andrew Miller. There goes Walker. And Diaz a high chopper. Off the glove of Scudero into left center field. And the Pirates with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Wow. The Red Sox not looking real sharp on defense. Backing up on that play. He was a little concerned with the short hop, so he started to back up to try and get the long one, and ends up missing that.
Second error charged to the Red Sox this afternoon. First one was on Josh Reddick when he dropped a routine fly ball hit by Chase Darno in the 3rd inning. Well, the Pirates trailing by a run here. Nobody out. Tying run is at third base. And Lyle Overbay, who's been swinging good bats and sitting out the Baltimore series, at the plate against Miller. Shallow fly ball to center. Walker's going to try it. Nope, he'll stop. Walker had a good bluff off of third base.
Well, if there was one out, he might have went ahead and took a run at it. But with nobody out, there's still an opportunity to score on a sacrifice fly. If you're going to get thrown out at the plate, you want to make it the last out of the inning. You don't want to take a chance and make the second out of an inning at home.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach for Boston, will come out and talk to Miller. He'll bring the infield in as well. Discuss Ronnie Cedeno and the possibilities here, first and third with one down. A tying run 90 feet away. Time is running out to vote for your 2011 All-Star selections. You can help send your favorite Pirates to the All-Star game by voting up to 25 times at pirates.com/vote. Log on to pirates.com and cast your ballot today. Vote exclusively at pirates.com/vote. Voting ends this Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Ronnie Cedeno coming up. Got a base hit in the second inning. First and third, one down. Diaz chatting with Gonzalez over there. And a popped up bunt foul. Boy, was Ronnie lucky that Gonzalez didn't get to that ball.
Well, he was looking for that too. He had a very early break coming in. Very early break. Did you see that on replay? How quick he came home?
Yeah, he was off the base anyway, a couple of feet toward the mound. He wasn't holding Diaz on right on the base. He'll come off a couple of feet. But yeah, he did get a good break.
It seemed like he broke in. He had at least a step and a half before Ronnie really gave away he was bunting. It's almost like he knew he was going to bunt. Watch how quick he comes. See how early he broke to come to the plate. Like he read Ronnie's mind. Like, okay, he's going to try and push a bunt up here at me. I'm going to get in after it.
Ball and a strike now to Cedeno. Ronnie with an RBI chance here in the bottom of the fourth. Down the right field line, foul. As the Pirates get down to the bottom of the order, Eric Fryer, the number 8 hitter, on deck. He's got exactly one major league at bat.
That's all right. He's got a stick in his hand. He's dangerous.
That's what makes you dangerous when you walk up there with a weapon.
Right up there, you got that bat.
Runners off the corners, one out, 1-2 pitch. Cedeno to center field. Will it get down? Ellsbury with a great catch. Coming to the plate, Walker, and he is safe. Red Sox want to appeal third to see if Walker left early. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, very nice job. There's an example of the difference with no out and one out. With one out, you roll the dice. You take a chance. Ellsbury, even if whether he catches this or traps it, doesn't make any difference. You wait, you see him hit the ground, you're gone. Now he's got to get back up, find his feet, and get that throw off. Even though he's shallow, that's going to take a little bit of time, and Walker just beats the throw.
All right, Eric Fryer, 2 outs, and Diaz the runner at first. Watch Walker on third if we can see it. Not going to see it on this shot, but terrific catch by Ellsbury. And Fryer hits it right off of Miller. And a bad break for Fryer. Would have been his first big league hit up the middle. And Andrew Miller had to wear the baseball off his leg. Well, the Pirates. Making the catch. Oh yeah,
it was definitely on the bag, but that's something that you have to do if you're the Red Sox. There, when there's a play where a diving catch is made, you got to make that appeal. Throw the ball down there and see if you left early.
So Walker scores the tying run, and Ellsbury at the plate. Starting the top half of the fifth inning. He shows bunt, takes ball one. Ellsbury 0 for 2 today. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Ellsbury flied to center field. More like a line drive than a fly out. First time up, and then the second time flying to right. James Zell McDonald with a 2 ball, 1 strike count on Jacoby Ellsbury. That's fouling out of play. Go back to Eric Fryer at the end of the 4th. Hits it right off the foot of Andrew Miller.
It must have been the bottom of his foot. There was no reaction. That ball smoked him.
That's your basic 1-3-1 put up.
Took him 3 steps to get to first base. See that?
Ronnie Cedeno, what an over the shoulder catch. Cedeno just kept on going and going, and finally, when Matt Diaz wasn't there, he just took over.
I think Ronnie normally is expecting a help on this. Tabata would probably call him off, but he's not out there. Boy, that was a great play. And it's got to be so tough for a middle infielder to go out with your back like that to the infield and thinking, am I going to get run over? And just have the trust that, well, he's not saying I got it, so he must not be there, and I have to just blindly run out there with the glove.
Pedroia gets knocked down.
That's 3, isn't it?
Yeah. He's not too happy right now.
No, this is the third one, I think, today that's been inside. Wow, that one was right there.
Pedroia trying to take it out of the baseball that time.
We were talking
Didn't get all of it
earlier about the fact that he's got that good bat speed, and that definitely is where that pop comes in anybody's bat. And you don't have to be a monster to get good bat speed. Bat comes through the zone with some velocity on it. The ball's going to go the other way with some velocity on it.
On the third, that's just foul. Arnaud was poised and ready to throw. Let's look at that knockdown pitch again.
And that was right up by the bill of the helmet, and he was not happy. Seemed saying something out toward J-Mac.
Two ball, two strike count on the Red Sox second baseman. Popped it up. Lyle Overbay will handle it. Two men down. Pedroia is still a little bit upset. He's barking all the way down the dugout.
He's an unhappy camper.
Adrian Gonzalez batting with two down. 2 for 2 today. An infield single in the first. There he goes. You never made anybody mad like that, did you, Bob?
No, not at all.
Never? Not even one time?
Nope.
That you knew about?
Yeah, there might have been one time.
But even if you did you care?
No, I just knew that I was going to get on base next time I came up.
Yeah, your on base percentage was going to go up when you got plunked.
Yeah. It was all right with me.
3-1 to Gonzalez. Yeah, always looking at the bright side, Bob. Trying to help your team out by getting on. Even in a roundabout way. Full count to Gonzalez now. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. Dustin Pedroia still wearing a path out in the dugout. Payoff pitch. We'll get another one. Gonzalez with more hits in the majors than anybody else right now with 114. Pedroia still trying to calm down. 3-2. High in the air down the right field line. And this ball is foul.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Just a towering fly ball that turned right at the right time.
There you see it just missing the pole.
Another payoff pitch. This time to left field and very deep. Going back is Diaz. He's to the track, to the wall, and he makes the catch. Heading to the bottom of the fifth. 1-1, Bucks and Sox. For the 5th inning, Andrew Miller was set to get going, and J-Mac wanted time. A 1-1 ball game. This could be an interesting at bat.
Or not.
Take a strike. Struck out his first time up in the 3rd inning. And now knocks the mask right off the catcher, Saltalamacchia.
Oh, hit him good. What does Saltalamacchia didn't have the helmet on backwards?
Well, he wears it frontwards. You see guys occasionally do that. Some guys will have just the skull cap without the visor, but that visor just barely fits in there.
Might be a little shorter than the normal visor.
Maybe he's got to file down.
Custom made.
A sawed off version.
Yeah.
Two pitch from Miller to McDonald. And J-Mac shoots this one foul. McDonald with 3 hits on the season. And a foul ball just late. Keeps going after that pitch. That fastball about 93. He does throw a heavy fastball. He fills up the count, 3-2. Well, if J-Mac gets on, it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall for the conversation he might get engaged into with Pedroia.
And he did walk him. How about that? We thought he might get a free pass.
He got on one way or another. Earlier in the game, we gave you our AT&T Mobility trivia question. And the question involves the first designated hitter in Boston Red Sox history. Think about a player who was only with them for 1 season. Orlando Cepeda. On opening day, 1973.
I would not have guessed that one.
Well, he got 6 at bats. They beat the Yankees that day 15-5.
I figured you would know that.
Pitch to Jones, fouled off. David Ortiz, the regular designated hitter, relegated to pinch hitting duty this series. So far, Big Poppy's been a big 0 for 2. Oh, and 2 to Garrett Jones. Jones took over for Tabata in the 1st inning. Tabata got hurt. Left quad is the initial report on Jose. Going to be taken off on a cart. Jones hit a home run in the 7th inning last night that provided some necessary insurance. It was his 8th home run of the year and just his 2nd one at home. 2 out of 4 in the ball game. Also produced a double.
Yeah, he and Overbay both haven't really been hitting the long ball like really would like them to, but they came through in last night's game for sure. Both of them hitting home runs. Accounting for 4. Overbay's home run was a 3-run shot. Big crowd.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Garrett Jones. Nobody out. McDonald at first. Miller stretch and the pitch. And Jones rips it to right, a base hit. Jones 1 for 2. And now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Nobody out.
That bullpen might start stirring around for the Sox after hanging a breaking ball to Jonesy here and just rips it. Oh, J-back, nice job not getting hit with that ball. Had to put the brakes on for a moment, let that ball go in front of him.
J-Mac for a time was an outfielder, was an everyday player in the minor leagues with the Dodgers.
I wonder if d'Arnaud now will move everybody up 90 feet. We know that the Clint, he has used the sacrifice bunt a lot this year. Red Sox looking for it.
d'Arnaud gets it down perfectly. Euclid, the throw to first. Save!
Oh my! How about that? Wonder if we'll hear the uke calls again. Now this opens up a can of worms now. Bases loaded, nobody out. A very good bunt. And we know that d'Arnaud has good speed. He can run, obviously. And just legs it out, foot on the bag, ball still in the air.
d'Arnaud wins that chase.
The Pirates have won some games this year with speed. Well, Euclid is not going to have fond memories of PNC Park.
He had a rather surprised look on his face after he made that throw. Our text poll question today. A fan suggested this one. Which series win this season has been the sweetest? Beating the Cardinals in St. Louis, the sweep in Houston, beating the Phillies 2 out of 3 at PNC Park, or this series against the Red Sox, where the Pirates have already won 2 of the 3 games and going for a sweep today. Text 1, 2, 3, or 4 to 412-412 to vote. You can vote as many times as you want. Standard text rate supply will be checking the results throughout the course of the remainder of the telecast today.
My vote right now, I guess it could change depending on this afternoon, but that Phillies series was, I think, was my favorite. The reason behind that was because there were so many Philly fans here. I mean, it was just amazing the way the Philly crowd crossed the state, and they got back on the turnpike unhappy.
Well, so far, 81% disagree with you, Bob.
That's all right. I'm used to that.
And 412-412 is the number to text us with your response. Text 1, 2, 3, or 4. Nobody out. Bases full of Buccos for Andrew McCutchen. Miller's 1-1 pitch. All back. Touches due. He's had a great month of June here. 0 for 2 today. Got first, grounded to second and the third. Now the Phillies sweep, not sweep, but the Phillies series gaining a little bit more momentum, Bob.
And that was huge. They hear the Philly fans getting shouted down and the chants. It was great. They tried to take over the city that weekend and were unsuccessful, repelled.
Fouled out a plate on the right side.
That was a repel all borders weekend.
It's been different here because each time the Red Sox fans, and there are plenty of them here, they've tried to sprout up a cheer. The Red Sox have shut them down. See, McDonald at third, Jones at second, and d'Arnaud over at first base. Nobody out. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McCutchen. Again fouled off. One run on 4 hits for the Pirates, 1 run on 5 hits for the Red Sox. Red Sox have committed 2 errors. .474 with the bases full. But 0 for 2 this season. Trying to change that right now. And he does. McDonald will score.
Euclid comes up empty again.
Play at third base. Jones is hung out. Jones took a big turn. Nick Leyva put the stop sign up. And Jones could not get back as Reddick's throw came into third base to get Jones. So base hit for McCutchen. Drives in a run, and the Pirates lead it 2-1.
Euclid couldn't slow the ball down. Got out to the outfield. And with nobody out, you're going to play conservative. You're not going to take any chances at the plate. I can understand the stop sign. But that does kind of do a little something to our inning here, didn't it?
Neil Walker with 2 on and 1 out.
We certainly had things going our way. Still are, but way different. Bases loaded, nobody out to first and second, 1 out. That's going to be a play that I hope doesn't come back and haunt us at the end of this one.
Walker down the right side, foul. Take a look at the play at third base here again.
Yeah, you'll be able to watch Garrett to see what happens when he rounds third. Oh, I see what happened. And Leyva was waving him in, and then after he came around the bag, changed his mind, and that put Garrett in an impossible spot. There was no way he was going to get back.
Sure, nobody feels worse about it than Nick. One of those things that happens sometimes. Oh, and 2 to Neil Walker. Strikes out.
And Neil not happy with the call. That ball did look like it could have been inside. Looking at it like that, it looked pretty good. So you can see the stop sign didn't go up until Garrett was about two steps by the bag.
Well, Matt Diaz batting with 2 outs. Rips this one foul out of play down the right side. Diaz 0 for 2. Reached on an error by the shortstop Scudero in the 4th, and then back in the 2nd inning, grounded out to Scudero. One hit in the series. Another one right now would be nice with the speedy d'Arnaud at second base and the speedier McCutchen behind him at first. Diaz finds a gap here. That could mean 2 runs. Pirates have taken the lead this inning. The leadoff walk to the pitcher. James McDonald has come around to haunt Boston. Up in the air, right center field. Darnell McDonald underneath it. That'll do it for the Pirates. So they get 1 run on 3 hits and leave 2. They lead the game now by a run. Boston going to the top half of the sixth inning.
Most popular shirts in all of Pittsburgh. If you notice that, the yellow with the Root Sports on the back.
Says "Let's go Bucks" on the front.
Of course, you know me, a T-shirt with writing on it, I'm all over that.
If it's free, it's for me, and I'll take 3. Useless. Takes ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And he takes ball 2.
We have some padding on the limestone coming down, don't we?
3-0.
I don't know if anybody's noticed that.
Yeah, look at that. Needs a little fixing. And a 4-pitch walk to Youkilis. And certainly, McDonald didn't want to put the tying run aboard to start the inning. Well, thanks for cheering on the Pirates on Root Sports. We want to show our appreciation by giving you and a guest the opportunity to participate in an exclusive batting cage practice at PNC Park, followed by lunch in the clubhouse. Simply text the keyword All-Star to 412-412 for your chance to win. Message and data rates may apply. That is a neat opportunity. Don't miss out. Darnell McDonald will take a strike. McDonald struck out in the 3rd. This is the 2nd time he is facing his cousin, James. James won the 1st battle. He hopes to win the 2nd battle in every battle. A little number right near the pitcher's mound. McDonald throws it into center field. And Youkilis safely in at 3rd base.
J-Mac, nobody to be upset with but himself. The leadoff walk, and now he's got good shot at a double play, and he just threw it away. Way wide of the bag.
Ray Searage will come pay him a visit, trying to settle him down a little here. Well, the Red Sox have the tying run at 3rd and nobody out. Getting down toward the bottom part of the order, the catcher Jared Saltalamacchia, 6th hitter in the order, due up. And there you go. A little quick fix.
Excellent. I think it's just a little Velcro there that holds those pads in place.
Greg Gibson, the home plate umpire, came out to tell Ray that you've had enough time, sir.
Time to go.
The Pirates middle infield will play back. Looking for the double play here. Youkilis is at 3rd, Darnell McDonald at 1st. Trying to see if Darnell was on the move or not. And it was not. Strike 1 to Saltalamacchia.
Nice changeup.
Saltalamacchia walked in the 2nd inning. Now double barrel action going. The lefty Moscas and the right-hander Wood. 0-1 runner goes. The pitch fouled at the plate. So Darnell McDonald will have to head back to first base. And James McDonald gets ahead 0-2. Alfredo Aceves, right-hander, starting to get loose for Boston. Aceves was the guy that hit the Cubs' Marlon Byrd with a pitch at Fenway Park. Got him in the side of the face, into the eye. Oh, 2 coming. Strike 3. Big strikeout for J-Mac.
That was a huge strikeout. four-seam fastball and just threw it by him. Remember what the first pitch was? He got ahead with the changeup. And that makes it, when that happens, they fall behind on off-speed stuff. It makes your fastball that much better.
Go to first again. One down, runners at the corners. Darnell McDonald does have good speed. Threat to run here. Josh Reddick delivers one toward left center field. Matt Diaz will make the catch. Tagging is Euclid. And it's a new ball game at 2-2.
Well, we kind of gave him that run for sure.
That one came with a big fat gift wrap and bow on it.
Four-pitch walk to Euclid to start the inning, and then the error put him all the way over to third base.
Two men out now for Scudero. Scudero's 0 for 2. Just one hit in this series and 10 at bats for Scudero. Wide of third base, a foul ball.
A little bit of a bluff steal by D-Mac. Maybe he wants to see if he can run on his cousin.
Well, he hasn't been able to hit off of him yet. He is 0 for 2.
He got a number out there.
A number. That's, you know, he didn't even hit it 60 feet.
Which will come up in the offseason. Strike out and a number.
Don't you have to hit it at least 60 feet to qualify?
That's why he wants to steal this back. So he's got to have something that he can talk about. Right now he won't have much to say.
Darnell McDonald, former Oriole, Twin, and Red. Strike 2. Scudero hit a home run on Sunday against Milwaukee at Fenway Park. It was his first home run since the 3rd of May against the Angels. 8th hitter in the Boston order. Fryer came up willing to throw but did not release it. 76% fastballs for McDonald today.
It's about, I think, where you would expect him, especially if he's feeling strong, consistent with the velocity.
Hundredth pitch of the afternoon.
3 games in a row he's gotten over 100 pitches.
Comes the 2-2.
But not necessarily the innings he would like. Be the 3rd game in a row that he's gotten over 100 pitches before he's got to 6 innings. The efficiency part of it needs to have some work done.
There he goes. The throw down is a tag. Get him! A missile from Fryer.
Nice pick by Walker right there at the end. Heck of a play. Good throw. Good play by Neal.
Darnell McDonald trying to swipe second base, and Eric Fryer in his major league debut guns him down. 2-2. To check out today's Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Lyle Overbay last night in the 4th inning. A 3-run bomb over the Clemente wall. I've got the Pirates out in front to stay. That's the Cold Hard Blast, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And Overbay will lead off here in the bottom half of the 6th of a 2-2 game. Overbay facing Andrew Miller. Strike one. Overbay grounded to second his first time up today, and then flied to center in the 4th. Goes the other way, and that is out of play. Well, at the end of the inning, watch the pick by Neil Walker here.
Pick and tag. Nice play. Well, as you said, Tim, that was a sweet throw, too. Didn't have much arc on that. It was a frozen rope.
To center field, and Ellsbury waits for it. 1 out.
That's the Coors Light 6th inning. Time to check out today's Coors Light Freeze Cam. Watch this catch by Darno. Couple quick steps and a dive. He's got some quickness on defense, that is for sure. That's the Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Cedeno drove in the Pirates' run in the 4th inning. Sacrifice fly to center field. They get Walker in. 1 for 1. They're hitting .500 in the series. Last night, Cedeno with a pair of hits. Ended up going 2 for 3 with a walk. He had a double and scored a run. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's 1-2. Well, so far, we've had a very good ball game. 3rd straight sellout crowd. Seeing the Pirates and the Red Sox. Buccos won the first 2 games. Trying to break those brooms out somehow. Cedeno has a pair of home runs this year. The last one came at Chicago on the 28th of May. The thing about Ronnie's game is his defense is so good this year. He's had just 1 error over his last 60 games. Daniel batting 7th today. Fryer on deck hitting 8th. Payoff pitch from Miller. Up in the air to right field. And McDonald records the 2nd out. Let's look back at our text poll question. Which series win has been the sweetest? Beating the Cardinals in St. Louis, the sweep in Houston, beating the Phillies 2 out of 3 here at PNC Park, or this one against the Red Sox? You can vote at 412-412. Text 1, 2, 3, or 4 to cast your vote. And still, this one against the Red Sox seems to be sweeter. Keep those votes coming in. Vote as many times as you like. Standard text rates apply. That one behind Fryer.
How about a write-in candidate? That Baltimore series that we just had, that was a lot of fun. The 71 celebration, a huge crowd on Tuesday night.
It was a good series, but what about who'd you feel the best about winning against? And that's 2 behind Fryer. And now the warning.
I like the Cubs. I like we want to beat the Cubs.
Miller was warned. Terry Francona and the Red Sox bench warned. Same with Clint Hurdle and the Pirates bench.
No, I just lost a lot of respect for the Red Sox. That's it just You know, I cut them a little bit break because they don't really know how to play baseball because they play in American League where the pitchers don't hit. But if they had a problem, J-Mac came to the plate, the very first hitter after their problem that they had. So what's up with this? Are you kidding me?
Well, we were fully anticipating something like this with McDonald when he got up there.
Well, that's my point. I mean, come on. You know, like I say, I cut them a break because they're in American League and they play softball. They don't play baseball over there. But, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Throwing at the catcher twice, throwing
Absolutely
at another player.
Ridiculous. But first day in the big leagues. We're going to throw at his feet. Give me a break.
Dustin Pedroia didn't even get hit. He just got knocked down. He was thrown up and in 3 different times and 3 different at-bats. Just one pitch.
I just became a huge Yankee fan.
Now, don't go overboard, Bob.
Come on, A-Rod. Where are you at today?
You're just caught up in the moment. You'll calm down later.
Oh, well, that is silly right there, as Rock would say.
This is how it all began earlier with Dustin Pedroia at the plate. McDonald buzzing the tower.
No, you know,
that was on his first at bat.
Pedroia, he's
the second at bat.
Yeah, he's upset. And I could understand being a little upset, but I mean, baseball is played over here. You get your shot at the pitcher if you want to take it. They did nothing, and now you get a catcher up there that's making innings later. It just makes no sense.
So McDonald's afternoon is through, and Brandon Wood is the pinch hitter. Wood, a .229 hitter.
So now is Pedroia happy? They took a couple of shots at Fryer's feet.
I don't know.
Well, now he must be satisfied now.
Well, maybe they looked over in the on-deck circle, saw Wood. Figured the next best thing was Fryer. However, your point is very well taken with, in the 5th inning, McDonald leading off. That's the time you want to normally do that. Think back to that series 2 seasons ago with the Brewers. It took them well over a month to retaliate. There's Wood, a line drive to center field. Right at Ellsbury. And the festivities over in the 6th inning. On to the 7th at PNC Park. Red Sox and Pirates tied at 2. The Pirates, Orioles leading there. Rays and Astros deadlocked at 5. Royals on top of the Cubs in the 6th. Brewers beating the Twins. Bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals being blanked so far. Tigers down by a run there to the D-backs. Phillies on top of the Athletics 3-1. Waiting for Bob's new favorite team and that score come up. Almost there. Angels and Dodgers a little later on. I miss it. They show the Yankee-Colorado score yet? It's 3-0 in the top of the fifth. Rockies leading the Yankees.
Come on, A-Rod.
2-2. Identical line scores. 2-5 and 2, 2-5 and 2.
How about that live shot? Huh?
There are a lot of watercraft out there in the Allegheny River today. Scudero leads off, facing new pitcher, right-hander Tim Wood. Looks like a marina.
Yeah, sure does.
2 balls, no strikes to Scudero. Scudero was at the plate when Darnell McDonald was gunned down by Eric Fryer to end the top of the 6th. 3-0. So Wood trying to find the strike zone on the number 8 hitter, shortstop Marco Scudero. And he walked him on 4 pitches. David Ortiz
for the Red Sox, number 34, David Ortiz.
Big Poppy with a big round of applause. This is just his 3rd at bat of the series. And Clint Hurdle, waiting for him to be announced, is coming out. And he's going to the bullpen. So Wood faced one man, walked him, and his afternoon comes to a conclusion. So Hurdle will go to the left-hander Daniel Moscas to face David Ortiz. Against Joel Hanrahan last night. Hanrahan tried to keep as many pitches away from Big Poppy as he could.
Ended up getting him to hit the ground ball. A routine ground ball to first base. All fastballs. Just kept going at him with that number 1 pitch. A harmless bouncer down to Overbay. Ended the at-bat.
Go back to Friday night. Ortiz has grounded to Cedeno. 0 for 2. Pirates bullpen, our PNC achievement today for the Achiever and you over the last 20 to 3rd innings. Allowed just 1 run. Earned run average, a microscopic 0.44. They have stranded all inherited runners during that period of time. Moscas came in a high leverage situation in the 7th with 2 outs in last night's game, trying to get the left-hander Adrian Gonzalez. He got him to bounce out to Walker at second base. Ortiz at the plate.
He's been hitting lefties rather well this year.
Ortiz has bounced into 12 double plays this season. Starts him with a breaking ball strike.
A .346 batting average against left-handed pitching this year. This is one of those lefties that doesn't necessarily mind seeing a lefty out on the mound.
One and one now.
You'd love that double play ball now, wouldn't you? After that 4-pitch leadoff walk, that would clean things up a little.
Ortiz looking out at Moskos. Go to first. One thing that Clint Hurdle talked about was the Ortiz at bat Friday night. She grounded out to short. In the 8th inning, facing Veras. He said that was a defining moment for this ball club. One. Just outside again. 2 balls and a strike. Of course, there was a lot of drama too. The rain had just started when he walked to the plate. Ball game on the line at that point.
You know, Ortiz had to keep shaking his head, trying to get that water dripping off his helmet, out of his eyes. It was quite a scene.
3-1 as Moskos missed on the last 3 pitches. Runner at first is Scutaro. He was walked by Tim Wood. Now the 3-1 to Ortiz from Daniel Moskos will wait as he throws to first. Trying to keep Scutaro close. Moskos will throw to first again. .346 against lefties, .296 against righties. He's had more at bats against right-handers, however. Interested bystander. Think he cares what the score is?
Oh yeah, he knows exactly what it is.
This one is high and deep, and it is foul.
Foul potato.
Long strike.
Right there by the duck.
I think the duck had to yell duck when that ball came by.
Yep. Down and in, and he just golfed it out of the ballpark. Well, it looked like he hit out on the Riverwalk before it trickled
3-2,
down.
and he walked it. So the Pirates have put 2 base runners on in a 2-2 ball game in the 7th against the team you can't walk. This is the most dangerous offensive team in baseball. They lead the majors in batting average and a whole host of categories. Runs scored, hits, doubles, extra base hits. And if you give them base runners, they're going to bite you.
And we gave him that one run where the Euclid would walk to lead off the inning and then erred him to third. Just can't make mistakes against this high-powered offense. That's for sure.
Back to the top of the order for Boston. Jacoby Ellsbury tries to bunt. Lays down a nice one. And Moskos misplays it. So the base is now full of Red Sox.
You're seeing the results of 2 walks and a botched bunt. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Red Sox have loaded the bases without the benefit of a hit. Clint Hurdle asking for the ball. Now Daniel Moscas. Resop to come in. Tim Wood has pitched, walked a man. Moscas faced 2 men, walked 1, and allowed the other to reach on his own error. Now Resop takes over in a very, very sticky situation with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah, the Pirates have definitely shot themselves in the foot a couple of times in this inning.
Iron City Music presents Sky Blast, featuring 38 Special in concert Saturday, July 9th. After the Pirates take on the Cubs at 7:05. Don't miss this classic American rock band perform all of their biggest hits, including Hold On Loosely and Caught Up in You, while Zambelli fireworks light up the sky. Tickets are going fast. Make sure you're not left out. Go to Pirates.com today. 38 Special coming up July 9th after the Pirates take on the Chicago Cubs. I look at third base. There's Marco Scutaro. He walked. David Ortiz at second. He walked. And Jacoby Ellsbury trying to sacrifice them over.
Yeah, all this
reached on the air.
All this has happened also at bad timing. You got the middle now of one of the most dangerous lineups in baseball. Maybe baseball's best hitter at this point over on the on-deck circle. I mean, this is going to be a Houdini act beyond par. On comparison, if Resop can wiggle out of this.
This would be Houdini plus Copperfield times 2. Resop will start his job right now facing Dustin Pedroia. Strike 1 call. Pedroia got a base hit in the first to extend his hitting streak to a season high 11 straight. Chase Darno pulled off highway robbery, robbing him of a base hit in the third. The diving stop in the hole. Pedroia wants time. Last time up, he popped up to Overbay at first. Stretch in the 0-1. Strike 2, right at the knees.
Oh, right there. You saw the strike zone. The border light up yellow.
Aesop getting ahead of Pedroia. Trying to finish him off. And a tapper toward the middle. It'll get one out of it. And the Red Sox take the lead.
And not only take the lead, but they move everybody up 90 feet also. That's a extremely productive out.
34th RBI for Dustin Pedroia. Scutaro scores. 3-2 Red Sox here in the 7th. Ortiz down to third base. Now that's a pitcher taking a picture. We'll walk Adrian Gonzalez and load the bases and get to Kevin Youkilis. Set up the right on right matchup.
Set up a double play that hopefully will get us out of the inning. They can get the ground ball. And that would, if you could get that, you'd really feel fortunate just losing the lead down by 1 run after the way this one started. A couple of walks and a poor bunt defense opened up a situation here that's going to be really tough to get through.
Kevin Youkilis walked and scored in the 6th. Got a base hit back in the 3rd. 1 for 2. Lined out to Darno in the 1st inning. Now he has hit into 9 double plays. It's the 3rd highest total on the Red Sox team. Gonzalez has hit into 16 and Ortiz 12. Well, the base is full again. 1 out. That first run, by the way, charged to Tim Wood, so the book closed on him. He had walked Scutaro, the only batter he faced. To short right center field. Here comes Garrett Jones. He'll make the running catch. Throw to the plate. Safe is Ortiz as he barrels over Eric Fryer. And now Fryer questioning Greg Gibson, the home plate umpire, and Clint Hurdle coming out to do the same.
Well, Fryer did his best, that's for sure. He stood there, knew he was going to take a blow, and tried to block the plate. Ortiz definitely put his foot right on the middle of the plate. There's no doubt that he touched the plate. I was thinking that maybe he had missed it. And he got his foot on there.
Well, 4-2 Boston lead. And unsatisfied Clint Hurdle going back to the third base dugout.
Yeah, this is a little twist of events here that definitely have the Pirates on their heels a little. Not too long ago, this game looked like it was theirs for the taking. There they had taken the lead. It looked like they were going to have bases loaded, nobody out, and then Garrett Jones got picked off, essentially rounding third base too far. And then the inning after that was over. Well, it looked like they were going to be able to break the game open. They ended up only getting 1 run, and now here they've just, totally just handed them 2 runs in the 7th. 3 of their 4 runs have been gifts to this point of the game.
0-2 now to Darnell McDonald. 4-2 Boston lead. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Ellsbury at third. Gonzalez, the runner, at second. Stops 0-2. Fouled off. A little unnerving for any catcher to see that big body coming down the baseline at you anyway, but
yeah, that
Fryer held his own.
Definitely took some guts to stand there and get hit by that man.
And it was more like an elbow that he threw at him that knocked him off balance.
He came in there though, and not only was trying to dislodge him, but he also had his feet out going for the plate.
Take a look at the left elbow. Boom. Forearm shiver.
Yep. They don't call him Big Poppy because he's a little guy. He's a big man. He can deliver a blow pretty good.
That run charged to Daniel Moscas. But the key run given up by Wood with the leadoff walk to Scutaro. And right now, as it stands in the ball game here, Tim Wood becomes the pitcher of record. And timeout is called as Reesop and Fryer want to get their signal straight. James McDonald, 6 innings today. He'll have a no decision out of this. Pirates trying to come back. The Red Sox haven't been swept by a National League club since June of 2003 when the Phillies did it in a 2-game series.
That almost doesn't count, 2-game series.
No, it's just 2 in a row. It's not really a sweep. Three and 2.
It's kind of like just with a whisk broom,
Well, we got to come up with another name for that because I know the Pirates have one this year against Cincinnati. 3 games has to be a sweep. What do you want to call it? 2-game? Payoff. Popped him up. Cedeno going out. He's got it. 2 runs for the Red Sox. A couple of walks and an error contributed. And after 6.5, Boston leads the Pirates 4-2. We will keep you here at PNC Park on Sundays for the singing of God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you now to stand and join the Pirates and Major League Baseball as we remember the lives lost on September 11th, 2001, while offering support to our troops here and abroad. Here to lead us with God Bless America is Michaela Harrington. Michaela is joined on the field by Senior Airman Candace Cook. Senior Airman Cook has been with the 171st Air Refueling Wing for 6 years and recently returned home to Pittsburgh from serving a tour of duty in Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi and Enduring Freedom.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam.
Boston in the bottom of the 7th inning facing Garrett Jones, a 4-2 Red Sox lead. Boston picked up 2 runs without the benefit of a hit in the top half of the 7th. 3 walks, 1 intentional. And now the strike call to Garrett Jones. So Andrew Miller, now the pitcher of record for Boston. Tim Wood for the Pirates after facing only 1 hitter. Nothing in 1 to Garrett Jones. And he rips this to Pedroia. Oh my, how do you like that?
He stole that base hit away. This is very much an above average pick. That ball hooking away from him. Very nice play.
Glove save and a beauty. Looked a lot like Tim Thomas, the Bruins goaltender. Hit 9 more like that, Adam. See how many he gets.
I got a feeling he would probably catch most of them.
He'd get a bunch of them,
Yeah.
but he's not going to get them all.
You can end up getting one of them by him, but not too many.
1 out for Chase Darno. Severs didn't like the first pitch, so we'll go with the second. That one worked out for him, 1-1. Darno with a bunt base hit in the 5th, reached on an error by left fielder Josh Reddick in the 3rd inning when Reddick just simply dropped a routine fly ball and then kicked it. Inside. Cardinals are being blanked at home, Bob. Pirates trailing St. Louis by a game in the Central Division standings. They are 3-7 in their last 10. They've lost 2 in a row on the brink of losing 3 in a row, and without Albert Pujols for the next month or so.
Sure would be nice. Have a nice comeback win in this game.
Daniel McCutcheon getting loose. Baltimore ahead of Cincinnati late, 6-4. 3-1's in there for a strike, 3-2. Just 5 hits each. Red Sox came into this series having 4 straight games with 10 hits or better. They haven't had more than 9 in any one of these games as Darno shoots this one deep to left center field. Back is Ellsbury. And make the catch. It's a Sunday. It's Sabermetrics Sunday. No home runs today to talk about, but the home run rate. Home runs allowed divided by fly balls times 100 is a percentage of how many home runs allowed per every fly ball. So if you look at a pitcher's home run rate, it can help tell player had an over or underinflated earned run average. See the Pirates leaders, the National League leaders. Pitchers with home run rates much higher or lower than league average will normally regress toward the league average in the future, which will have a corresponding effect on their ERA. So home run rate, what we're looking at today with our Sabermetrics Sunday. 378 hitter in the month of June with the home run and 12 runs batted in. 2 out of 10 in the series. Andrew McCutcheon 1 for 3 today. RBI single in the 5th. Foul tip. 0-2.
Even with 2 outs, it'd be nice to get McCutcheon his speed on base. We can get 1 run here. They're just something. Get a little momentum back on our side. It's been missing now for a while.
To right field, McDonald going back.
Carey, come on, get up.
And he's gone. Pirates done in order in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. 4-2 Red Sox. Great pictures from the AGH cam on this Sunday afternoon at sold out PNC Park. Third straight sellout as Boston leads the Pirates 4-2 as we go into the eighth inning. And we talk about complete games. You usually equate that to pitchers, but the Pirates equate that to how they play offensively, defensively. Today has not been a complete game. They've just given away too many runs.
Yeah, this is a far from complete. Yeah, there's still a couple innings here yet to play, but at this point, they're kind of trying to give this one away, and they've put themselves between a rock and a hard place here. That an offense like that, you can't give them runs. Well, they've given them basically 3 of them today, and that's going to be tough to overcome.
6 outs remaining for the Pirates offensively. Daniel McCutchen coming into pitch right now. Still an opportunity to come back, just a 2-run game, but they're going to have to do it against the Boston bullpen.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, but I mean, they've surprised us all year, so let's just keep our fingers crossed, see what happens.
So here is the right-hander, Daniel McCutchen, taking over for Chris Resop. Resop did a good job considering he was handed a bases-loaded, no-out situation. A run charged to Wood, a run charged to Moscas. Resop, no runs charged to him. And a ground ball to short. Cedeno with a throw. He got him! Solta la Macchia is out.
Well, Ronnie, we've mentioned it a couple of times today about the good shortstop he's been playing this year, and here's a perfect example, ranging into the hole, and not only does he have something on his throw, right on the money. Beautiful play by Cedeno.
One ball with no strikes to Josh Reddick. One to the left fielder. Reddick 0 for 3, but he did drive in a run in the 6th with a sacrifice fly. Scored Youkilis after Youkilis led off the inning with a walk. You look at this series, Bob. Game 1, Jacoby Ellsbury led off the ball game with a walk and scored. Last night in the first, Pedroia, a 1-out walk, he scored. And this one in trouble in no man's land, but Cedeno
all over the place.
Running catch
today. It's the second above average play he's made on a pop fly. I think the other one was a little bit better than this one, but still, look, he's out of the picture. He had to come a long ways to run that one down. Got it just as he crossed the white line.
up Scudero with 2 down. Just to further the point on those walks, a leadoff walk in the 6th today to Youkilis. He scored, and a leadoff walk in the 7th to Scudero. He's at the plate now, and he's so. I mean, it's an old thing that's been noticed since the beginning of time in baseball, but still a thing that has to be pointed out because those are the things that can burn you the most, I think. Give the free passes, and essentially you're giving them a free run. 0-2 to Scudero.
No, you said it earlier. You're talking about a team with that scored over 400 runs already this year. You help them out with some walks, you're going to be in trouble.
Garrett Jones takes care of it, and Daniel McCutcheon gets the Red Sox 1-2-3 in the 8th. How about this? 39,511. It topped last night's crowd of 39,483, and it is the new largest crowd ever to see a ball game here. 118,324, largest 3-game series in PNC Park history. Larger than the series in 2001 in Cincinnati. Strike call to Neil Walker, who leads off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-2 Boston.
Greg and I were talking last night. We're going to figure out how to get 40,000 in here. We need to start thinking about where can we throw a few seats. We were thinking we had room up here for maybe 1 or 2.
Ground ball to short. Scudero throws out Walker.
There's some folding chairs in the bullpen. We need to come up with a little over 400 more seats. And here we go with them.
Well, let's see. I don't know. Build a perch on top of the Clemente Bridge.
Yeah. Nothing to mess up the. There's extra seats. Nothing to mess up the view. It has to be off to the sides.
Matt Diaz takes ball 1. Matt is 0 for 3 today. Reached on an error in the 4th inning. Scudero committed the error at short. Barrett's looking for a base runner and a way to get him in. All the Pirate ships out there. Parkway and back into the ballpark. Beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon. Diaz chased that one down and away. SRO.
Packed them in here to the rafters today.
1-2 pitch. Down the right field line. That is out of play. So the three largest crowds in PNC Park history have been this season. Seven sellouts this year. That equals the entire number of sellouts from a year ago. Still more than half the season to play. All tip, strike three. Daniel Bard gets the strikeout, and Lyle Overbay will hit. What's up next for the Pirates? We'll look at the Nissan Road ahead. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Two national anthems. That's the way we look at it. Going north of the border, taking on the Blue Jays. Then on to the nation's capital. Friday, 6:30. Saturday, game one is radio only in the doubleheader. The makeup of the dryout. And then game two, the 7 o'clock regularly scheduled game. And Sunday at 1, Nationals and Pirates. It's the Nissan Road ahead. Remember that dryout we had in Washington?
We don't want to play today game.
It didn't rain, so it had to be a dryout.
The weather was about like it is here right now. The entire day. We had to sit there for hours and hours waiting for the airplane to come pick us up. Absolutely gorgeous afternoon in the nation's capital.
That hit the bat. Foul ball. And it deflected over and hit Greg Gibson, the umpire. We'll have to walk it off.
I don't think that hit the. Did you say hit the bat?
It sounded like it did, or did it hit him? Oh, no,
it didn't hit the bat.
You're right. It hit the glove, then the ump. Thought it deflected off of Overbay's bat.
That's got to make the umpire happy when the catcher just misses one and he takes it in the. It looked like got him in his bicep.
Two balls and no strikes instead of 1-1, as I originally thought. To left field, and Reddick shading the sun. Still battling the sun, makes the catch. And the Pirates had their last 7 men go down in a row. Get-Go Summer Value Pack. Get 4 outfield box tickets and a $20 Get-Go gas card, all for only $80. The Get-Go Summer Value Pack is available for every Pirates home game starting July 4th. For tickets, visit pirates.com/summervalue. And it is a great value, no doubt about that. He brought his glove today. He's ready to get in. Getting in now for the Red Sox is Mike Cameron. And he hits a one-hopper down to Cedeno on the first pitch from Daniel McCutcheon. One pitch, one swing, one out in the Red Sox half of the ninth inning. Cameron pinch hitting in the 9 spot. Now back to the top of the order in Ellsbury. Jonathan Papelbon, the closer, getting set to come in the bottom half of the ninth. Pirates have the bottom part of the order due up. Ellsbury 0 for 4, 0 for 3 rather. Takes a strike. Credit for a sacrifice bunt in the 7th inning. A play that Daniel Moscas made an error on. Loaded the bases. 0-1 pitch. Base umpire Jerry Davis, crew chief. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I got an idea, Bob.
I like your idea.
Got an idea.
Shared it with me. It sounds pretty good.
Got an email from somebody watching down in the Bradenton, Florida area. There's a ground ball to short. Ellsbury beats it out for a base hit. That's what speed does.
Well, that probably was not a good decision by Ronnie. Ronnie see him stop, get flat-footed, wait for that last bounce. He needed to keep coming and get the short hop. Ellsbury, even though he was looking over his shoulder most of the time, still beat it out pretty easily.
His first hit of the game.
Ronnie's got to come get that one.
And Dustin Pedroia coming up. Well, earlier in the game we were talking about, if a 3-game sweep is known as a sweep, should a 2-game sweep be known as a sweep? And go to first base and Ellsbury back. The idea we got is it should be called a dusting.
I like
it. It's a 2-game dusting.
I think you got something there. A sweep and a dusting.
Thanks to Milt, who emailed that in down in Florida. Pedroia at the plate, 0-1, and the American League steals leader at first base, and Jacoby Ellsbury.
We get the Dodgers coming in for a 1 game.
Yeah, now we got
to
go back to the drawing board for that. 0-1, there goes Ellsbury. He had a good jump too, and Pedroia fouls it off.
And an excellent jump.
24 stolen bases for Ellsbury. He's been caught a league leading 10 times. He knew he had a good jump too.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 steps in before the ball was released to the plate.
Ahead of Coco Crisp by 1. Elvis Andrus of the Rangers with 22. Think about Ichiro with 19, and Ichiro's no real young gun anymore.
No, that's just what I was thinking about. He still getting it done. Can you imagine what his numbers would have been if he would have started his career in the States?
Would have been remarkable.
What was his first 6 years in Japan before he got to come over?
0-2 coming to Dustin Pedroia. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, the numbers that Ichiro's put up, you're looking at your first Japanese-born Hall of Famer.
Oh, well, no doubt in my mind.
Pedroia without the sunglasses this time up. There goes Ellsbury. And again, shot fouling out of play. Again, Ellsbury with a very good jump.
Pedroia's got 2 strikes on him, so he can't really worry about taking a pitch, letting Ellsbury try and steal. He's got to swing if he thinks it's going to be in the zone. Got rid of the glasses, went with the eye black.
I think he had those on underneath the glasses anyway. I think. Double protection against the UV rays.
You can't be too safe.
There goes Ellsbury, and this one down the right field line, tailing away from Jones, and it'll go foul. In case you missed it around baseball, some of the stories happening. Jose Bautista going back to third base this week, so we'll see him at third after playing 68 games in right field. Davey Johnson, the new manager, take over the team tomorrow, so we'll see him also on the next road trip. Sparky Anderson's jersey number 11 retired by the Tigers, and Roy Halladay, a complete game today. 4 strikeouts against the A's. 3-1 Philadelphia win. 5th complete game of the season. And the Red Sox head to Philadelphia after this game. They'll have a day off there tomorrow and open up a series on Tuesday. Think there'll be a little interest in that series?
Most likely.
2 of the best teams in the game going at it head-to-head 3 straight days.
Where are the Yankees going now? They're the ones I'm going to be rooting for.
You know, your new favorite team tied up Colorado, by the way, in the 7th. It's 4-4. 2-2 to Pedroia.
It's weird. I've never been all that interested in the Yankees before. I don't know what happened.
It's all right. You'll be over it by tomorrow. Nick Swisher, Jorge Posada hitting home runs for New York in that game against Colorado. There goes Ellsbury. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw down. Not in time. Almost got to strike him out, throw him out, but Ellsbury's so quick.
How about some interference there? Now Pedroia, watch him come across the plate after he finishes his swing. Right in front of Fryer.
He tried to duck, I think.
Yeah, there was no contact. I think you got to have some contact for him to make that call.
Well, they will walk Adrian Gonzalez intentionally for the 2nd straight at bat. Kevin Youkilis, who last time this occurred came up and delivered a sacrifice fly, but there was a man on third then.
Yeah, being a catcher, you got to be kind of like a punter in the NFL. You got to kind of give it a little, bump into him, fall down. Hey, let's see that. That's with my throw. Got to give it a little extra there.
Academy Award nomination. Well, Gonzalez will occupy first base. I know why it's easy for you to like the Yankees, because you're a front runner. They just jumped into first place.
That's right.
Now you're all over them.
That's what it is.
In case you missed it earlier in the game, James McDonald threw a few up and in pitches on Dustin Pedroia. Did not hit him, knocked him down one time.
Unlike Walker, who got hit.
Walker did get hit.
Yes. And throw that out there also.
Pedroia was barking rather loudly all the way back to the dugout after he made an out. And McDonald, who came up to lead off the next inning,
was walked. And I can understand him being upset too. I really
absolutely.
can. I mean, he did see 3 pitches right up under the chin. He had no doubt for him to be upset.
Why don't they just throw one up and in to McDonald?
That's my point.
You don't have to hit him; just throw him up and in.
Or hit him, whatever you want.
Euclid fouls this one off.
I mean, it's just.
But they had a chance, didn't do it. And then when Eric Fryer came up in the 6th.
Yeah, later on.
You know, an inning and a half later, they threw twice at him. Missed him both times.
At his feet.
Threw at his feet.
Tried to hit him in the toes. You can't do that.
And then the pitcher, Andrew Miller, plus both benches were warned by home plate umpire Greg Gibson. Euclid down to third. Darno stumbling, won't have a play. He was thinking about getting a force at third. And with 2 outs, he'll probably think again and throw that one across.
I think maybe we jinxed him today with the praise of his defensive abilities. He volleyballed one earlier into the stands. Remember that one? That scored a run. Just lost his feet on this one.
So that'll be an error on Darno. And Darnell McDonald fouls this one down the third baseline. 4 errors for the Pirates, 6 combined today.
We have certainly played better games.
Well, if you're going to do this, get it all out of the way in one day before heading out on a road trip that could be challenging to Toronto and Washington. Strike 2. But even so, it's still a 2-run game. Pirates have one more time up.
A 2-run game, but they need to get one more out here. Keep it a 2-run game.
Well, they each got a ball. Going to compare them. There you go. Last time the Pirates had 4 errors in a game was the 28th of April here against the San Francisco Giants. 1-2 to Darnell McDonald. Bases full of Bostonians, and the pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and two. And the pitch coming from McCutcheon. Tapper towards short. Cedeno will throw to first. And he got him on the tag. Throw pulled Overbay off the bag, but he tagged McDonald on the way by. Last wraps for the Bucks. They'll face Jonathan Papelbon. Beating the Cards in St. Louis, sweep of Houston, beating the Phillies here at PNC Park, or this series against the Boston Red Sox that has set attendance records. Pirates have already won the first 2 games. 412 to vote. You can still vote. Text 1, 2, 3, or 4. And still the Red Sox series leading the way, although the Phillies series picking up a little bit of steam. 3% for the Cardinals series, 3% for the sweep in Houston. Nothing for the dusting against Cincinnati, though.
No Cincinnati dusting.
Hopefully the Bucco fans can use those brooms. Face Jonathan Papelbon. Pirates need 2 to extend the game, 3 to win it. Papelbon out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, same hometown as Paul Maholm. 4th round pick in 2003. Number 1 on the Red Sox career saves list. It'll be a while before anybody will catch him. There's 13 saves this season.
See if we can get the leadoff hitter on and start the inning off by bringing the tie and run to the plate.
Ronnie Cedeno leads off, and Papelbon delivers. Ball 1. .201 career saves for Papelbon. Second on that list, Bob Stanley at 132 saves. And then the monster, Dick Raditz, before that with 104. 2-0. Papelbon, the first Red Sox pitcher to record 30 saves multiple times. He did it 5 times. Inside ball 3. So why doesn't he have more than 13 saves this season for a team that's battling for first place? Well,
got to be within 3 runs.
That's right.
Save.
Red Sox usually blow people out. Score a ton of runs. But coming into this series, Red Sox had won 14 of the last 20, outscoring their opponents 138-77. And a 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Just what we wanted. We've seen a couple of times today what happens when you walk that leadoff hitter. .201 out of .228.
Over the course of time, 10.5 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched over the course of his career. Now Eric Fryer had a hit taken away from him earlier, and he hit Andrew Miller, the starting pitcher, in the foot. And bounced over to Gonzalez, who flipped over to Miller covering. And an odd-looking play. And it was effective for the Red Sox. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th inning. 4-2 Boston. Cedeno off of first, held on by Gonzalez. Fryer couldn't pull the trigger. Strike 2. Xavier Paul in the on-deck circle. Nothing in 2 to Fryer. Major league debut today. Swings and fouls it off. Fryer had his contract selected from AAA yesterday when the Pirates designated Dusty Brown for assignment before the game. Fryer, the 7th catcher used by the Pirates. First time the Pirates have used 7 catchers in a season since the 1953 season when they used 8. Papelbon's 0-2. Good take. Whoa, he got a call.
Yes, he did. We'll take it.
Maybe it was a fortunate take rather than a good take.
Don't take it there again.
No, he probably won't get that same pitch. Or that same call anyway.
Not in your major league debut.
2, that's high and away. 2-2. Eric Fryer facing Jonathan Papelbon in the bottom of the 9th inning, with Ronnie Cedeno aboard. Cedeno has reached base twice today in front of this record crowd at PNC Park. Two to Fryer. Making Papelbon work.
A 2-strike approach. He's trying to wait as long as he can to make up his mind. That fastball in on him just a little bit. Fought it off. Can't be real aggressive with that fastball. Hit an off-speed pitch also, so you have to kind of lay back a little.
And there is strike 3.
Laid back a little too much. Got that one thrown by him. But that's what good fastball velocity will do for you. And when you get that hitter trying to wait, get him in a 2-strike approach, sometimes he'll wait a little too long.
Now Xavier Paul with 1 out. He represents the tying run. Garrett Jones on deck. And Papelbon delivers. And Paul takes ball 1. Xavier came in last night. Didn't start the game, but ended up coming in and staying in right field. And Dustin Pedroia hit with 2 outs, one off the Clemente wall that just barely nicked the end of the glove of Xavier Paul. A lot of folks, including those in the Pirate dugout, thought that he caught it. It came off the wall for a double. And then handled Retired Gonzalez next to end the game. Popped him up, shallow right. Darnell McDonald records the 2nd out, and the Pirates need some 2-out magic. Garrett Jones, who came in for Jose Tabata. Tabata was injured in the bottom of the 1st inning. The left quad injury, had to be taken off the field on a cart after crossing first base. So Jones was put in the ball game and inserted into the leadoff spot. Kevin Correa, after a day off tomorrow, will get the start in Game 1 against the Toronto Blue Jays Tuesday night. Jojo Reyes, the left-hander, will oppose him. Jones trying to keep this one going. Ball 1. Jones homered in the 7th in last night's game. There's 1 hit today. Got that in the 5th. 2 outs, everybody back. Cedeno, huge lead at first. 1-0. Hit in the air to left center field. Jacoby Ellsbury circling around it. And the Red Sox still have not been swept by a National League team since 2003. And the Phillies did it in a 2-gamer. But the Pirates win this series. They take 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. And a terrific homestand. Pirates go 4-2.
Yeah, really. Today it kind of leaves a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth. Pirates gave this one away, but at the same time, you can't let that overshadow the fact that they're playing very good baseball right now. They're winning series. They're beating the good teams. And this was a lot of fun to see all these people at the ballpark this weekend. Got to keep it going.
Record crowd on hand today. 4-2. Boston beats the Pirates. Stand by. Pirates postgame comes your way next.